In this video, you would learn how to integrate. So what is integration? Integration simple looks something like this. So what I mean by integration is okay, let's say that we have a velocity time graph. So this is velocity, this is time, and the graph looks something like this, a linear graph. So integral is just the area under that linear line, the area under the curve. Let's say if we had the graph that looks something like this, it would be the area under the curve. But what this area under the curve could indicate for us, what it could, why is it useful? Why do we need to know what's the area under the curve? For velocity time graph, when we find this area under the curve, it says for us the displacement that the object moved through. And, it's just saying that x, v, t, as we go from velocity, from distance to velocity, we need to do derivatives, and if we went from velocity to this is acceleration. From velocity to acceleration, we need to derive. But if we went from acceleration to velocity, we do the antiderivative, which is integral. So we would integral from acceleration to velocity, and we would integral from velocity to displacement, as you can see in here. From velocity to velocity time graph, we would find the area under the curve, we would just integrate for us the displacement. So integral is just saying, it's the same as saying area under the curve. It's just like derivative when we said is the slope. Integral is the area under the curve. So how to, if they said for us we have a function and we need to integrate it, how should we integrate that function? So let's say the function is 4x squared. So to integrate that, I will plus 1 with the power, so it will be 4x cubed, and then I will divide by the power, which will be 3x cubed. As easy as this. So if they said for us integral negative 3x negative 4, which is the power of negative 4, how should we integrate that? As I said, the rule is plus 1 with the power, which would be negative 3x negative 3, and then I will divide by the power, which is negative 3, so it would be x negative 3. So let's say they gave us like a square root, which looks something like this, and they said for us they want to integrate that. What should I do? We know that this is exactly the same as saying that. This is exactly the same, because when a number is down, or a number with a power is down, that means it's a negative and we'll get it up. And it's the same if it was, x power of 3, and if I put it in the denominator, it will give me x power of negative 3. So, those are exactly the same. So I can't change it in this form. So I can rewrite it as x negative 4. X negative 4, I would add 1 to the power, which would give me x negative 3, and then I will divide by negative 3, this is the answer. So in this question, it's a bit different because we have an interval, which is from 0 to 4. What we're going to do first is that we will integrate this function, which would give us negative 3 divided by 3. I got 3 because I plus this by 1, plus 4 divided by 2, because this would be 2 divided by 2, which would give me 2x squared plus 6x. Don't forget the interval, which is 4, 0. I wrote a straight line because this says that we need to integrate it with an interval. This just says that we have an interval. So we will do the final minus the initial. So the final, which is 4, so it'll be negative 2, 4 squared plus 6, 4. Because it's 0, we'll just write 0. There is no need to plug the numbers because we know we will get 0. And the answer would be 34.67. Let's have a look at this fourth problem, which says students of Miss Nisreen Design Technology class are participating in an egg throw-up competition. Each team of students must build a protective device that will keep an egg from cracking after a 9-meter drop. The interior velocity of an egg can be defined as this function. where t is given in second and velocity is measured in meters per second. So we want to find the position in here. And so from velocity to position, we need to integral. So the integration of negative t, negative 10t would be negative 10t squared, and then we'll divide by 2, which would give us negative 5t squared plus c. Don't forget the c. For integral, we would always have c, unless if it's an interval, which we don't need the c, because we would already replace the x by the, the interval numbers. And then it says for us, because we have 9 meter top, we would replace the c by 9 because it's the initial, because it's the number of meter that it gave us, so it's the constant, we would say, because it won't change. Find how long it will take the egg to hit the ground. So to hit the ground, it will be 0, because there won't be any distance, so 0 when it hits the ground. Negative 5t squared plus 9, which is the function that we got, because it's st equal negative 5t squared plus 9, and when it hits the ground, the position or the displacement will be 0. So we would rearrange for t, because we want to know the how long it takes, which is the time. So negative 9 divided by negative 5 square root equal t, which would give us, so t would give us 1.34. So this is the answer.